times, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Vassell against Powell. Pass to Castle. And here's Fox. Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Zubac. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Fox.
What a luxury having Wembanyama on your team. I mean, he can create anything out of nothing.
Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Here's Wembanyama. Rebounded by Dunn. To the paint. Here's Powell. And that one's drained from the low block.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace. So we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Leonard. Back to Harden. Unloads from 13. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
I'm just going to say this. It's too easy for Harden. He is so good at recognizing when to rise up in that mid-range.
Pass to Vassell. 1:49 left in the first quarter. The shot's good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Dunn. Now here's Powell. Nails it from beyond the arc. Powell's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Back to Fox. Wembanyama screen. Got a hand on it. Harden with it. To the inside. Powell finds Harden. Inside. And the dunk by Leonard.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to review the game plan. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
Now here's Sohan. Tipped. Left side Simmons. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Zubac into the lane. That one goes in.
The vision for Simmons, picking out the right pass at the right time.
Spurs trail by 7. Paul looking it over. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Fox. Still without a bucket. They need this. And the layup is good.
Flashing that creativity is so much fun watching Fox carve up defenses like this.
Outside Jones. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Los Angeles up by 5. And if you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. It's Jones at power forward with Zubats at center. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. Zubats passes to Coffey. Just 5 to shoot. Paul against Simmons. No good on the 3. Spurs trail by 5. Ball finds Johnson. You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a 6th man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Dunn's checked in. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Paul passes to Sohan. Fox against Bogdanovic. It's deflected. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Here's Bogdanovic. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
This speaks to the level of confidence Bogdanovic possesses, looking to shoot immediately off the catch.
Bogdanovic against Fox. The shot comes out.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Jones, the pass to Dunn. Outside Bogdanovic from the arc. And no good. Spurs trail by 7. A minute 37 left to play in the second quarter. Johnson inside, working on Jones. Here's Champagny. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's a 3 from Paul. Sinks the tray.
Just simply automatic. Once that ball is in Paul's hands, he is ready to fire off a shot.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Sohan. Barnes comes in for Johnson. Vassell, he's checked in for Champagny. And Castle's subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Harden comes in for Bogdanovic.
Oh, this is why you get Leonard the ball inside and just let him go to work.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Paul for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that.
Leonard for 3. Count it! Leonard for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
The 3 from Barnes. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Pass to Coffey. Leonard outside. Rebound San Antonio. Outside Paul. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Leonard. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 3. All right, Allie's red. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. Pass to Castle, back to Fox. Barnes feeling it out a bit, to the wing on the left. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Zubac. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Fox outside. Out to the right wing. Spurs need to get one up here. Castle for 3. He shoots again. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Second chance effort. Having his way inside. Leonard.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Graham, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Sohan's checked in for Vassell. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Powell outside from downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Powell's got 8 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers lead by 6. Powell passes to Dunn. Outside Harden. Leonard with the ball. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Here's Leonard. Rebound by San Antonio.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Out to Fox. 1:03 left to play in the third quarter. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard passes to Harden. Dunn outside. Pass to Harden. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
You gotta chase Harden off that three-point line. He is too good of a shooter to be given any airspace from that line.
They set the pick. Outside Wembanyama. Wembanyama powers it through inside.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Leonard outside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Leonard. Oh, count it!
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Now that's how you end the quarter.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Amir Coffey out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Chris Dunn. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard position.
The thing I love about Chris Paul is that he is so focused on making his teammates better. Every team would love to have a floor general like that.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Powell passes to Dunn. Leonard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On target from range.
In total control on that possession. Kawhi just reading the defense and taking it himself.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. De'Aaron Fox has checked in for Chris Paul. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thank you for that, Allie.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Leonard outside. This one for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Fox. Oh, Fox, too sly. Beats the contact.
This is the thing about Fox. He has the length to do damage on the inside.
Done. Pass to Zubac. Here's Harden. Back to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Here's Fox. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
When Fox drives, he knows he's going to get contact, but he stays locked in and gets the foul call.
It's both from the stripe.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Powell outside. Here's Leonard. So good near the hoop. Leonard.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Fox against Harden. Crafty move. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
Leonard finds Zubac. Pass to Powell. Now Harden. Back to Powell. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the take. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Here's Leonard. Can't get it to drop. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 3. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's rebounded by Zubac. And they're running. Here's Dunn. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Shooting for that. First down. Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Two-second difference between shot and game clock. Harden against Fox. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And this is the trust that Fox's teammates have in him. What a shot right there.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside Barnes. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
And finally, after trailing for so long, they've leveled the score late here in the fourth.
And even when time was starting to run short, there was no panic. They kept their focus and went about their business.
And Leonard powers it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
And absolutely, even smooth when he's powering it home like that. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie.
In this one, Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans it from downtown.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Phoenix, no good that time either. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
Thank you, David. Booker buries the 20-footer. Booker's got 5 now.
Love the confidence of Devin Booker. When he gets a screen, he knows what he wants to do.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Dunn. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Beal. Outside, Durant. Or the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the 4.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Dort passes to Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Suns trail by 3. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Hartenstein. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. And Allen subbed in for Kevin Durant. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Wallace. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. O'Neal sets the screen for Beal. And it's off from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wallace. Pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Knocks down the three ball. Wallace has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Beal up top. Wallace covering. Beal can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Booker gets a very good look and converts. Booker's got 11 points. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Suns trail by 11. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Beal. Booker in the corner. Puts up a three. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. Caruso with the ball. Now Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander puts one up from 19. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. So for the Suns, Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee, and Durant subbed in for Royce O'Neal. The Thunder also changing it up. Holmgren, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Alex Caruso, and Wallace subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Hartenstein passes to Williams, and they pick up 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And the jam by Beal.
Great athleticism. Bradley Beal with his steps down and rams it.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Wallace looking for an opening. Pass to Williams. Now here's Dort. Right block shot. Some solid defense there from KD. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead, heading in. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's done in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Durant finds Booker. Booker taking the hit.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Dunn kicks to Beal. Right side, Kevin Durant. Tough 2 from Durant.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Holmgren with a screen on Beal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the Thunder score.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Booker going to work inside.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Outside, Dort. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots the three. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Holmgren's got 6 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Done outside. Another three for Phoenix.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Holmgren wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Booker. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists in the game.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and there's another one for the Thunder.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead step. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Excellent shot from SGA. I like seeing him shake loose in the mid-range.
And here's Jones. Pass to Booker. Over Wallace. On the wing, Booker. Wallace covering. Second shot opportunity. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Devin Booker.
And most fans think of Devin Booker, they think of the range, but man, he's attacking right now to get to the line.
Some changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Tyus Jones. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Dagnall was telling his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Richards. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Outside, KD. It's Beal on the wing. Back to KD. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Thunder with the lead. Williams inside. He's guarded by Booker. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's KD with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Booker hits it inside.
Well, Booker is the leader, and you got to trust him in that spot.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3, Holmgren. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
And here's Booker from the arc. Booker nails the 3. So confident.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Dort against Beal. Pass to Dunn. Booker outside to take the lead. Thunder with the rebound. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
"17 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Booker.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
And now they foul and stop the clock. Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls!
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust.
Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at point guard. And for San Antonio, at forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Jokic up top. Pass to Brown. Jokic against Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And how about the trick move by the big man? I mean, nice pump fake from Jokic.
And he sinks the second. And, Coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me, because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Here's Jokic. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. And they pick up 2.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Outside Wembanyama. And he cranks it down. He goes right over Nikola Jokic.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Now here's Murray. Murray, a screen on Vassell. And here's Porter outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. The Spurs have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Vassell's shot is good.
You know, he's so smooth on his catch-and-shoot jump shots, and Vassell has a natural rhythm on him, too.
Murray passes to Gordon. Murray, a screen on Barnes. For three, Gordon. And he buries his first look.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, "My hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind."
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Vassell's shot is good.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter, but his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Porter finds Saric. And here's Murray. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Basket counts. Wembanyama's gotten his second bucket of the game.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Porter. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Outside Paul. And he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, when he's inside, Paul is so good at finding those little creases.
Now Murray. Still no points. Saric, a screen on Paul. Murray for three. Hits a three-pointer. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. San Antonio on top. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
On the court for Denver. Hayden Watson is out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in a two-guard. Shot on the wing. Porter pulls it in.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And it's Watson missing. Spurs lead by 3. Here's Fox. Down low. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. And the Spurs making a change here. Mamukelashvili's checked in. And a switch here also for Denver. Brown's checked in. Nuggets trail by 3. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Here's Fox. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
There's some contact there, but Fox just refuses to let that hold him back.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Chris Paul. Najee, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Watson.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Pass to Johnson. The basket's good off the assist from Fox.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Nuggets trail by 3. 1:52 left in the first half. Westbrook right side. Good. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the area of the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Outside Murray. A minute 15 left in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Spurs with some changes. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Sohan. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And it's Chris Paul in for Fox. Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon comes in for Russell Westbrook. Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on Porter. Vassell can't get it to go. Denver in the lead. Pass to Brown. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Such a clever player. Jokic is adept at using his body to get these shooting fouls.
And Jokic drops them both. 23 seconds left in the second period. Outside Paul. Outside Barnes. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama down low. The shot, no good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Denver leading by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Jokic in the post. He's guarded by Barnes. 3 on the clock. Goes back up. And he connects with a jumper. Murray's got 9.
The confidence on full display. Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
Fox surveying the D. Jokic against Wembanyama. Wembanyama! How do you stop that?
Tight defense, but Wembanyama has the length and body control to overcome it.
Gordon outside. Picked by Murray. From outside the arc. Gordon can't hit. Spurs trail by 3. It's Barnes on the wing. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox.
You got to be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.
Gordon outside. Pass to Brown. It's Jokic, high post. Wembanyama on it. And here's Porter outside. Sinks it from distance. He's got 5.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that 3 from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing.
Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. And Denver with a change here, too. Westbrook, he's checked in for Brown.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 17 left in the third. Jokic with a screen on Fox. Pass to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Fox. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Castle, pounded by Westbrook. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Now Jokic, covered by Wembanyama. Left block shot on the way, and Jokic with a nice bucket inside. Jokic has got 10 points.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. Wembanyama against Jokic. The bank shot, no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 3-point lead. Pass to Westbrook. Outside Porter. Here's Jokic. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. The third quarter comes to a close.
Here we go.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Here's Fox. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Russell Westbrook. Hayden Watson is out there with Christian Brown. Then there's Dario Saric. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. The Nuggets lead by 5. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Saric finds Westbrook. And here's Murray. Takes the 3. He buries it from 3.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Fox. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
Pass to Brown. Jokic with it, covered by Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender. This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Denver leading by 4. Now here's Jokic. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a 3.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration.
Jokic, great focus.
You just can't contest his shot. Jokic just fights right through it.
Fox with the ball. Drives to the hoop. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
Murray passes to Jokic. Over Wembanyama. Jokic, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Fox. De'Aaron Fox just battling in there.
A slick move by Fox inside, finding a way to beat the interior coverage.
Murray passes to Jokic. Over Wembanyama. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 9 points here in the second half. Murray against Fox. Fires the 3. The 3 ball is good for Fox.
And this is Fox at his best, slamming his foot on the gas pedal and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Jokic. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And he gets the bucket. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's tough to take as a defender. You've got position, and you still get beat.
Barnes with it. To the paint. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, this young man is pretty steady at the line. Wembanyama can get this done.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
He's such a great free throw shooter who can handle big moments.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Jokic. Fox against Murray. To take the lead. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Here's Murray. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. That was an incredible night. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With
that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Harden. Pass to Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
Booker dishes to Durant. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working, and the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
Now, Leonard, following Durant's three-point attempt. Harden scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outside, Beal. Pass to KD. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Done outside. Harden against Booker. With the shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
The instincts of KD on display right there. He sees the entire floor. I think it's an underrated aspect of his game.
O'Neal's checked in for the Suns. Tyus Jones comes in for Bradley Beal. Jones checked in for Los Angeles. Bogdanovich comes in for Dunn. Powell, no one around him, drills it from outside.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Jones. Pass to Richards. O'Neal outside. Jones for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harden the pass to Jones. Harden outside. And another 3 for the Clippers.
James Harden understands answering a 3 with your own 3 negates any momentum of your opponent.
Booker with a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Jones, banked in off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jones and Zubac make up the 4 and the 5. Bogdanovic is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Coffey in at the 3 slot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beal's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that is so easy for Bradley Beal. From 3, no problem.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Past O'Neal. From the arc. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist by O'Neal. Beal's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Suns. Outside, Simmons. Lined up there for Bogdanovic. Beal with the steal. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
If you're going to foul Ivica Zubac, you better really foul him. This guy's got great strength.
Phoenix making some changes. Donnie's checked in for Grayson Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyus Jones. And then for Los Angeles,
timeout.
Leonard, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. And it's Dunn in for Simmons. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Dunn kicks to Plumlee. Booker looking around. Over Dunn. No good from Booker.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside, Jones. Plumlee against Leonard. Plumlee with some nice D.
Good idea trying to draw the foul. Very creative, to say the least.
Sinks the triple. Beal's got 9. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Here's Booker. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Back to Booker. Outside, Beal. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
Some changes for Phoenix. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal, and Jones subbed in for Bradley Beal. And then for the Clippers, Amir Coffey comes in for Ivica Zubac, and it's Harden in for Bogdanovic. Now, here's Dunn. Scoreless thus far. That shot wide open.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Jones against Harden. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Jones.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Outside Leonard. Back to Harden. This one for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Pass to Plumlee. Done outside. Harden against Jones. Four on the shot clock. Three-pointer. The shot comes out. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
That one misses. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Outside Leonard over Durant. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's done in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. KD looking around. Dunn finds Richards. Outside Durant. Puts one up from 19. The Clippers grab the miss.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Boy, that is a rugged finish from Beal. Absorbs the hit, guides it in. Nice.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
There's Beal with the 3. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his 3-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Boy, laser focus from Kawhi Leonard. He no sooner touches it than that ball is off to the rim.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Beal with a screen for Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Devin Booker will flat put it to you on the 3-point line. Don't give him any open shots.
Leonard against KD. Leonard the pass to Harden. No good with the triple. Suns trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Richards, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You can see the level of attention Bradley Beal draws. This guy is so heady finding the open teammate.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Now here's Leonard. 17 points in the game. Down low, puts it up. Harden, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Outside, KD. Booker up top, guarded by Harden. No good from Booker. Clippers leading by 3. Dunn outside. Harden sets the pick for Dunn. And the 3 off target. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. For the tie. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Booker. Durant's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Durant sends it back.
It's pretty pretty hard to shoot over a 9-foot standing reach. KD, send him back.
Back to Booker. Over Harden. And the shot falls short this time. Powell with a screen on Booker. Harden way outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we're... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Jones. Chris Dunn is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Coffey in at the 3. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jones. The shot will not fall. Plumlee with some nice D. Phoenix is gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Jones kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Dunn, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And they'll keep possession. Bogdanovich, no luck. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So for the Suns, Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for O'Neal, and Beal subbed in for Jones. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Derek Jones. Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's Harden in for Bogdanovich. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Now Durant. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Booker with a 3. He is a knockdown shooter.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Booker against Harden. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out smash from Beal. Durant lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Back to Dunn. Pass to Booker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's just superior balance from the crafty guard. If you allow Devin Booker to get close, he's going to draw your contact.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Here's Leonard, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. 19 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Suns.
Booker, good.
How about Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse, smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
Here's Leonard. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Here's Booker. Second chance shot. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Dunn passes to Beal. Durant with it. A 3-ball. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's an 11-point Suns lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Sunk, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the small forward position. Ooh, wasted no time on that one.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Hachimura outside from deep. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Dort outside. And he buries his first look.
Nice use of strength by Dort. He runs into the inside contact, but pushes right through it.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Hey, shot's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Puts up a 3. The Lakers with a rebound. Doncic passes to Reeves. The 3 is up. And Doncic the bucket on the assist by Reeves.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Screen by Holmgren. Williams from long range. Counted from distance. Williams has got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Reeves. James deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Clark, what's incredible about LeBron, he makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
BA, I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren, and it's Caruso in for Dort. Pass to Hayes. Here's Connect. Outside Finney-Smith. Beyond the arc. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 4. Wiggins, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's Doncic outside. Drills it from deep. He's got 6.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic, his court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Now here's Williams. He's got 5. That one no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane. Finney-Smith
passes to James. Hayes with a screen on Williams. James finds Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And so it's the Los Angeles. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Taking a look at Oklahoma City. We've got Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Williams in at the center position. Left side Reeves. Finney Smith a screen. Second chance shot. And the layup good by Reeves.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
Wallace misses.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Back to Finney Smith. Outside Reeves. Here's Vincent. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Both teams deciding to change it up. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Wiggins outside. Hartenstein with a screen on Hachimura to the middle. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a three. SGA from distance.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
James against Caruso. LeBron fires one down.
An ultra competitor in everything he does. LeBron doesn't go up just for the simple layup. He wants to throw it down.
Caruso, the pass to Dort. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You've got to be tougher defensively.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Finney Smith. Goodwin comes in for Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Doncic. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
A gifted scorer. Luka's going to find a way to get the shots up that he wants to take.
Thunder trail by 7. Wallace outside. From deep, Holmgren. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Outside Vanderbilt. There's 37 seconds left in the second. From deep, here's Doncic. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Goodwin.
Austin Reeves.
The Lakers lead by 4. Here's Doncic. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Here's Doncic. James outside. And slam dunk by James.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 6 on the shot clock. Williams misses. The Lakers lead by 3. Hachimura, a pass to Doncic. Oh, there's the alley! And a fast break now for the Thunder. And Dort with the bucket on the assist by Holmgren. So Dort's got 7 points.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
James outside. Hachimura from long range drains the triple. He's got 6.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And it's Holmgren missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category, one of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
James, a screen on Dort. From deep, Reeves gets the 3 ball to go. Reeves has gotten his second bucket.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Good on the bucket. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Back to Hachimura. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And the big finish by Holmgren.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
The Lakers making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso is checked in. That free throw good from Holmgren. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
James outside. Reeves, the pass to Finney-Smith. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch. Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
Here's Williams. Good D by Finney-Smith. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. James, a screen on Dort from deep. Reeves. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 7. And here's Dort. 7 points in the game. Williams, a screen on Reeves. Here's Dort. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Jang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Williams is checked in. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
Outside Reeves. Back to Doncic. James outside. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's James. James with the focus.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He encouraged his guys to not hold back, saying, we can do this, but it's on us. We've got to go out there and be aggressive. So that's the plan coming out of the huddle. Back to to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Lakers.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
1:41 left in the game. Back to Doncic from close range. Over Gilgeous-Alexander.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up.
SGA showing off the athleticism there.
The PA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Doncic. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hayes. Up and in on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Luka's peripheral vision off the chart. Get wide open, and he's going to find you.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
The fourth team.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's exactly how to close out a game. Take advantage of every opportunity.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Rejected by James.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Lakers, LeBron James.
And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. The 3 from Holmgren. It's Hayes with the rebound. So it's the Lakers now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up for
Impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Rise and fire. Man, I love watching Fox cash in off the catch.
Pass to Richards. Back to Dunn. For three, Booker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Fox. Three-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Three-point field goal.
Looks like Fox was itching to answer back with that three. He is a capable shooter when he's in attack mode.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Drops in the tray.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Done outside. And Beal kicks to Durant. From outside, off the mark. Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Barnes passes to Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Pass to Booker. The three. Drills the three-pointer. Booker's got 6.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Vassell wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the wing on the left. Dunn finds Beal. There's a good screen. Outside for KD over Barnes. And it's Durant missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Man, that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes, and after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there, but whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Phoenix. Tyus Jones comes in for Beal. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Champagnie. Pass to Wembanyama. And he uses the glass on the layup.
It is going to be hard to get a hand to Wembanyama's shots on the inside. Great instincts and just too much length.
Now here's Jones. Richards with it. Outside, Jones from outside the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs leading by 4. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Booker looking around. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Booker's got 8 points.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, This is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. O'Neal is out there at Plumlee, and it's Jones in at the point. Here's Johnson, following the score by Phoenix. Pass to Champagnie. Paul outside. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the triple. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't let Paul get room to shoot from downtown. That's a recipe for disaster.
Jones, the pass to Plumlee. Got it. Good job in the low post. Plumlee's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Johnson, good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
What physicality from Johnson down low, throwing his weight around and getting past the contact.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Dunn comes in for Grayson Allen, and it's Booker in for Jones. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Cancel comes in for Chris Paul. Now here's Beal, still without a basket. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Suns trail by 3. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance it saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Booker.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Phoenix making some changes. Durant's checked in for O'Neal, and Allen subbed in for Beal. San Antonio also making some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Vassell comes in for Keldon Johnson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Fox. Vassell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Allen passes to Booker over Paul. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Booker.
So lethal from the mid-range. Booker's just one of those guys that can hit you at all 3 levels.
Vassell outside. Pass to Castle. And the wide-open shot from Paul. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Uses the pick so nicely. Paul gets the screen and fires away.
And here's Booker from the arc. Booker nails the 3. So confident.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. Count that one. Wembanyama has got 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships? Oh, that's just filthy. Fox has that fearless mentality and gets up for a point guard.
Durant kicks to Dunn. Takes a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Launches it. The rebound by Richard. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Beal. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Outstanding ball handling by Beal, just carving up the D.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Booker. Barnes outside. It's good from long range. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Inside, Richards. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I like how Durant keeps all his options open, kicking the ball to another guy when he doesn't like what the pick and roll gets him.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. Vassell outside. Back to Fox. The rebound by Richards.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Dunn misses. San Antonio's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Now, here's Fox. 10 points for him. Barnes finds Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
He's having one of those nights. Fox just filling it up.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Up top, Richards. Defended by Wembanyama. For 3, Booker through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Pass to Castle. From downtown, the rebound by Richards. Richards got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dunn dishes to Beal. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Suns lead by... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Spurs trail by 3, so at Durant sitting on the bench. This is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Booker. O'Neal is out there with Dunn. Then it's Jones. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And hey, that's a tough finish. I like how Keldon Johnson keeps his focus even with intense defense.
Booker outside. Rebound, San Antonio. Johnson kicks to Fox. Takes the 3. Booker pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And here's Plumlee. Pass to Booker. Over Fox. No good from Booker.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Outside, Fox. Here's the teardrop. O'Neal with the steal. Now, here's Dunn. Guarded close. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Some changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Beal subbed in for Tyus Jones. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Setting the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David. 5 on the clock. And here's Booker from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Booker's got 27.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's Fox, and the Spurs scoring again.
That is a huge shot by the lefty, and Fox is proving that he can be the go-to guy when his team needs a bucket.
Here's Booker. And the rejection by Wembanyama. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fox. Oh, that's blocked. Outside Beal. Pass to Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
Outstanding initiative from Booker. Terrific at earning these calls inside.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Another miss by Fox. Suns lead by 6. A floater. Fantastic finish by Booker.
Soft touch. Booker finding his spot, just floating it in.
Fox deciding where to go with it. Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is the trust that Fox's teammates have in him. What a shot right there.
And that's an intentional foul.
Harrison Ball. First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Fox against Booker. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, look, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. Three from the inbound. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
What a play from the rookie. Castle showing this team they can rely on him when it counts.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
14th foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, Fox. And it's Phoenix with the rebound, and he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 15th foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Richards taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Vassell outside. Hits it from 3-point range.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Shoot, this defense is even legal. The way I look, I can intend to put up a few buckets on this guy.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those threes.
So it's Phoenix picking up. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubats in at center. Connects from downtown.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Harden, the pass to Zubats. Now Leonard. Pass to Harden. Dunn outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Now here's Doncic. Harden with the defensive effort.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And right away, he's going to work on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
Not only fighting on the boards, he's converting, and not just on the putback. It's been a great start for him.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Now here's Harden. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Can we say he wanted it more?
Hachimura outside. The 3, James, after missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Harden. Leonard can't get it to go. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Hayes, and finished off by Hayes.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the basket by Leonard. Leonard's got 7.
Working some magic inside. Leonard so polished.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
Who told me that one key will be holding James Harden in check. He said they don't want to let Harden get too much penetration, and when he does drive the lane, they're going to shade him left and force him into his weaker right hand. It's a strategy teams have used on Harden before, so we'll see how effective it is tonight.
And Allie, thank you for that.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Some changes now for the Lakers. Finney-Smith checked in for Hachimura, and Connect subbed in for Reeves. Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Dunn. Now, here is James. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Doncic, defended by Harden. And there's Doncic. That's good on the assist by Hayes. He's got 5.
Oh my, tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Bogdanovic with it. Powell outside. Leonard outside with the floater, and he takes it up and lays it in.
And the inside part of Kawhi's game just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
And here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Hayes with a screen on Harden. From deep, here's Doncic. He drops it from range.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been... So Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
They've got Connect, Austin Reeves out there with Gabe Vincent. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Vanderbilt in at the four-man position. That's the Laker 5.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Now Simmons. Outside Jones. Bogdanovich on the wing. Jones with a screen on Reeves. Bogdanovich. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Pretty smooth screen and roll there. Got to be up on Bogdanovich.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They trail by 1. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Yeah, Hachimura flexing on the inside now.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Leonard outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Leonard outside. Jones sets a screen. The 3. Leonard beyond the line.
Always a threat from range. You give Kawhi those looks. That's at your own risk.
Hachimura outside. Here's James. Again, the Lakers score.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Knocks down the triple.
A guy who's all about team. Zubats, very unselfish.
A minute 31 left in the first half. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Goodwin's checked in for the Lakers. Luka Doncic comes in for Vincent. Coffey, he's checked in for the Clippers. James Harden comes in for Bogdanovich. Pass to Coffey. Inside. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. Kawhi finishes inside. So good at the rim.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
The Clippers have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Harden. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Launches it. Rebound by the Lakers. Now here's Doncic. Give him 8. Hey, he's looking good so far. 4 for 8 from the field.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Hachimura against Leonard. Off with the layup. The Lakers' shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. The floater. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Clippers ahead, up by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
So on the floor for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn, and it's Zubats in at the center position. James outside, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers lead by 6, and no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot. Brent.
Oh man, B8. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be ready club off the bench. I mean, he can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense, but this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
There, LeBron for 3.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
The Clippers shooting about 70% from the floor. Hard to do better than that. They set the screen. 4-3. The shot by Dunn, no good. Lakers trail by 5. To the inside. And it's Hachimura missing. Powell against James. The ball's knocked loose. Leonard outside. Over Hachimura. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let up.
Yeah, Leonard can do this. He can just take over a game offensively.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. From the wing, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Doncic has got 12 points.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Here's Leonard. Leonard just muscles his way in.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Doncic outside. James outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. He's got 11.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Powell outside. Leonard outside. Back to Powell. Good with time running down on the shot clock. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Nice move by Norman Powell down there, finding a way around the defense.
James passes to Doncic. And Harden with the block. It's Powell on the wing. Hachimura against Leonard. James outside. James, a freight train coming.
This is what James does. Scores the ball and does it in so many different ways.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Done with it. Harden from outside. The offensive rebound.
Oh, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And finished off by Hayes.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shots. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Connect is out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Finney Smith in at the 5 down low. That's the Laker 5. James inside. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Assertive move by LBJ, just taking what he wants inside.
Leonard outside. Jones with a screen on Hachimura. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Vincent outside. Back to James. From behind the arc. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Doncic. No good with a jumper from the wing.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Leonard inside, working on Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. It's Hayes with the rebound.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
James, that's good.
And LeBron James is going to take every crucial possession over. Outstanding shot there.
Here's Leonard. He got a piece of it. Down low. Here's Hachimura. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's on Norman Powell.
And Hachimura ready to deliver for his team.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with dribble, and they've made the most of their chances there as well.
Throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He gets the first, and that gives him a lead.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force. You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Pass to Doncic. In the paint, Luka!
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Hachimura against Leonard. Outside for Harden. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Here's Doncic. Oh, he nails it! And tie game! Huge basket right there. 54 seconds left in the final quarter. Leonard against Hachimura. And it's in.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
.44 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
There's 42 seconds left in the final quarter. Puts it up from the high post. It's Hayes with the rebound. This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
Puts the move on.
And going right through the contact. Luka has tremendous strength, especially for a guy who handles the ball so much.
That's good from Doncic.
Question is, now can they protect the three-point lead he's given them?
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard attacking. Cash! And that one brings him within one.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the top.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Outside Harden. Let's go with a three. Oh, bangs home the three.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Here's Doncic. Oh, it falls! So it's a narrow victory for the Lakers, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
So good rebound.
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit, but in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin, you've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And with a smooth, fluid release, Beal's jumper does wonders for his team's offensive positioning.
Gordon with a screen on Booker. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Gordon. Now here's Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Murray, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's KD. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection, despite the miss.
Here's Brown. Lets it go from 14. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now here's Beal. He's got 5. Dunn misses. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic, and they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and give them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is, able to score against physical defenders.
Plumlee is checked in for the Suns. O'Neal comes in for Dunn. The Nuggets also changing it up. Saric checked in for Jokic. Peyton Watson comes in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Brown. Now here's Saric. Pass to Westbrook. It's rebounded by Booker.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Murray. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Murray with it. He has 5. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Murray with the jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And here's Booker from the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Russell Westbrook. Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. Then it's Porter. And it's dropped there in at the 2. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Plumlee sets the pick for Jones. And it's Denver with the rebound. To the middle, here's Watson, and Watson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Saric. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Porter. Bucket is good.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Beal from long range. That shot is off. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Sweet little floater. Porter's got his second basket of the game. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Durant's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Dunn comes in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyus Jones.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
1:51 left to play here in the half. Durant kicks to Beal. And there it is for him. That's 12 points for Beal.
Beal is always a scoring threat, but right now we're seeing what happens when he's in the zone.
Out to the right wing. Jokic against Plumlee. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Plumlee with some nice D. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Got that one up quick. Murray's got 9.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
Beal with the screen for Booker. Jokic against Plumlee. The wide open look for Durant. Sinks the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time with a great bounce pass.
Murray the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Rebound by the Suns.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here. But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. The kick out to Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Beal. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Porter. He's got 7. Here's Brown. Back to Porter. Deep 2 from Murray. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Murray's got 11.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And here's Gordon after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal. Murray outside. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Durant. Durant going to work inside.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Jokic high post. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Denver shooting their first foul shot of the game. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Now here's Beal. 19 points in the game. Clock at 4. O'Neal wide open. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. O'Neal's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Booker. Strong finish inside from Booker.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
Gordon with a screen on KD. Good on the three-point shot. Porter's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Nuggets.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Booker in the post. He's covered by Murray. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Booker.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jokic draws the double. Fires the three. It's rebounded by O'Neal. And here's Booker. Booker is feeling it from deep range with that one. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns ahead. They're up by 2. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Russell Westbrook. Aiden Watson is out there with Sharp. Then there's Murray. And it's Brown in at the 3. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. The lead is 2. Dunn kicks to Booker. Here's the 3. Devin Booker, 3 right down the hatch.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
Here's Westbrook. Drops it in from 11 feet.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
They get it back. Plumlee plays it up and banks it in. Plumlee's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Timeout call, Nuggets. Sun changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal, and Beal subbed in for Tyus Jones. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jokic, he's checked in for Saric. Aaron Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Michael Porter in for Russell Westbrook. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Booker. Ooh, Booker taking the hit.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Murray outside. And it's Jokic missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Gordon doesn't go for it. Durant with some nice D. Phoenix leading by 4. He lobs it up.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
Denver's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Pass to Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Phoenix.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range with no qualms about taking those wide-open jumpers. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Brown's shot is off. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Dunn kicks to Booker. And they go to the intentional foul.
Jamal Murray. First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's Dunn in the corner. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Suns lead by 9.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Richards passes to Dunn. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. And the free throw, no good. Pass to Westbrook to stop the run.
Russell Westbrook. Assist from Dario Saric.
So the Suns win it even early on in this one. Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. So